Hello, fellow NCFF board members. This is an opportunity for us to communicate with you by a different means, and if this is something you like, we'd like to hear from you. This won't be a long video, and as you can see, it's not being professionally done. We're not in a studio. This is my man cave at my house, and I certainly haven't spent any time in a makeup room. I have a few things I just want to say as we begin to think about what's going to happen in 2014 for the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation. First of all, again, Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for your service on the board. We appreciate the dedication that you have to the children and families of our state. Well, I'm looking forward to 2014, I guess for a couple of reasons, probably three. One, I thought our retreat went very well. I thought we came out of there with some priorities that basically we agreed by consensus were important for the work of Nebraska children. And secondly, I think we came out of the retreat with a level of engagement that at least I had not seen before in terms of the process. We spent a lot of time talking about our current reality, and I think we were satisfied that we got that out and started looking toward our preferred future, and it began to fall together. A second reason, in December, we developed a balanced budget. That's always a good thing. I think the thing that I was most pleased with in the budget is that we addressed some priorities, that we allocated funds to some priorities that we had decided at the retreat, and those were in HR and the IT function. While we certainly haven't gone overboard with either of those, it's a beginning, and that's the way the priority setting and budget allocation process would happen. And again, at the December meeting with the folks that were on the phone and the folks that were out at NETV in the meeting face to face, the level of engagement was as good as I have seen in a long, long time. So again, thank you. I think there's the third reason, or another reason, that I'm optimistic is I don't know how, I think you all see this as well as I do, but I just have to comment on what I think is a very professional, passionate staff who has expertise in the kinds of things that we need to do, and are the kinds of people who go out and learn what's happening that's out on the cutting edge of things, that we're not just trying to fix old problems with old solutions or trying to apply old ways to new issues. I think we look for what are the deeper issues involved here, and how do we begin to create infrastructure and capacity. That's work we can't do in a direct basis in a community, but we can certainly set up the infrastructure and encourage that infrastructure so that communities take care of their children and families. Well, since our retreat, a couple of things as you have looked at some of the communications that have come out of NCFF. We are moving forward with the IT work, making sure there's an infrastructure within the organization for record keeping, for analyzing of data, for communication, for accounting, and creating reports. And we think this is going to help a great deal in terms of understanding the management side of our organization. And we're also moving forward with the human resources piece to make sure we have someone either in a position or in a contract role who helps us through the issues of human resources that not only include just the personnel, finding people, recruiting people, selecting people, but also the development of people. And one of the things that organizations like NCFF face, like many do, is that as people prove themselves worthy and successful in one role, they get moved to another role, and we expect that because that success in a previous role is going to make them successful in their new role. And sometimes it doesn't work out. And everybody, including those of us on the board, need continuous professional or personal development so that we understand better who we are as an organization, what we contribute as individuals, and the kind of things that we really ought to be doing. So, as you can see, I think there's every kind of reason in the world to be optimistic. I'm certainly optimistic. I'm looking forward to 2014. I think we're beginning to feel a lot like a family that includes both our staff and our board members. And we want that to be that way so that when there's program issues, our staff take the lead and we're there to support. When there are governance issues, we're there to take the lead and the staff is there to give us support. And that seems to be starting to work its way out. But most of all, I'm anxious for the engagement. We want everybody to find a place to do their thing on the board, to do the things that resonate most with them and they're passionate about. And I think we've taken a giant step forward. So I look forward to continuing our work in 2014, and I hope you do as well.